Hello, Twitch. Waiting on water. Still being noisy. Welcome in, everyone. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely Sunday. Lovely holiday here in the States. One of those great get out and enjoy the outdoor summer type of days. Even though people are doing less of that outdoor enjoying things, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they're doing more of it. But tonight, we're making meatballs. Meatballs. Gonna be doing 3 different meats for our meatballs, and then we're gonna do 3 different types of sauces for our meatballs, and serve it with homemade noodles, pasta noodles on top of that. So, or rather underneath that. We've got pork, we got lamb, we got beef up here. Don't know if you can see all those right now. We're going to get our coffee going here first, though. I am having a quite lovely day today, Becca. Really lazy start to the day. Actually was worried I was going to end up rushing myself. I didn't really go out and grab things till about 2 o'clock, so 2.5 hours ago. And it just all sort of smoothly came together, so doing quite all right today. I mean, it's Sunday. It's fun day, relaxed day. You also got some nice oyster mushrooms today. Gonna pair those with some caramelized onions for one of our sauces. I'm gonna turn my timers on and realizing my menu and stuff aren't playing. But that's one of them. Another one's gonna be pureed tomatoes with sauteed garlic and fresh basil. And then the last one is going to be Parmesan cream sauce with green onion tops, because I've got some fresh spring onions or beginning of the year onions that still have nice green tops to them. I'm going to use, even though they're a little bit more fibery green tops, we're going to use those for our sauce. Give them a quick saute and allow them to cook in with that sauce, that cream sauce. So we want to get the sauces going first, then we'll do the pasta dough, and we'll finish it up with actually searing and doing the meatballs in the oven. Always shooting for about 418. Overshoot it a little too much. Hopefully everyone's having an exciting weekend. We got any new news from anyone out there? Trying out a new wine tonight. I remember having a Line 39 before, and not being hugely impressed, but they hooked me with being a 10-bucker on sale for their rosé. So we'll have a little rosé a little bit later on with our meatballs and pasta. I don't know, rosé is exactly the greatest pairing for... Tomato may be a bit sharp for it. And the mushrooms may be a bit too heavy for it. It can be enjoyable either way, though. Coffee. So we've got lamb, pork, and beef. I just recently unpackaged these. We're going to allow these to hang out and come a bit closer to room temp for our mixing. Going to get started with our tomatoes actually and our garlic, because the longer we cook the tomatoes, the better. Why am I going in the freezer? I need garlic. Garlic is not stored in the freezer normally. Oh, come on. All the rest of you peeled so nicely. You gotta pee a pain in the butt. Okay. Now we'll do some thin slicing. which pan do we want to do this in. Let's choose this bad boy because it's tomato. Do olive oil since we're doing the garlic, tomato, basil here. Otherwise, I'd just go for the sunflower, which I have. Oh, I guess I have organic canola right now. I just went with the cheapest organic thing that I saw, so that's what I typically do for my cooking oil. So we got organic canola oil right now. And I've got the screen on the wrong place, so you can't see that lovely stove cooking right now. I want to have this can open and ready to go too. Ready to pour. This is a can of tomato puree, so it should be just pureed tomato. Let's get our garlic on there before our smoke alarm goes off. Then we wanted the tomato ready because that's already browning in the pan there. Stove zoom. There we go. And then tomato in with our lovely garlic. Hey Zen, welcome in. How goes your Sunday? Hopefully a lovely, fun day. Here in the States, I believe a happy Memorial Day today. Good day to go see the parades, all the fun sun stuff. And there's our first battle ready to go. To this I'm going to add salt, MSG, and black pepper. I noticed that my local supermarket is advertising no MSG, even to this day. And let's pick out a nice wooden spoon for this project. So allow that to just simmer here while we do everything else. First, we're going to do our battle. See how me and Entropy do here. got me already. Nice, then. It's good combo things that I'm sure you'll be able to use. Hey, we got it! Victory. Entropy with the gold. Onto the chest battle. Get some real cash here this way. Yep, that's that pan banging is. It's still cooking a bit too warm. And cilantro, coriander, you mean you're not afraid of it? I got some other goodies here, actually. I just remembered here. Check out here. Got an upgrade. Nice. What do we got going on in the quest zone? No wins here yet. Don't care about anything but scrolls. Actually, I need to see my army to see which ones I need to upgrade. Flag bearer, berserker, and warrior. Okay, we'll go back to our battle here. You only fear coconut? I fear coconut as well. I am not a fan of coconut. But I'm going to go ahead and put this tomato sauce on the back burner here. We're going to use this bad boy here for our mushrooms and onions. And we'll build our cream sauce maybe in this bad boy over here. Walnuts, yeah, walnuts have not been a gigantic winner in my world either. So as I was saying before, we got mushrooms and onions. Going to be we're going to sear some mushrooms off, and then we're going to caramelize onions in the pan after we take the mushrooms back out. Got our tomato and garlic simmering back here. Actually, I need to turn a heat on that. But we got our tomato and garlic waiting for the basil. And this is going to be our cream sauce eventually, since cream sauce will be fine in an aluminum pan. A little more fearful of a acid tomato or wine-based sauce in aluminum. It's got some shrimpage. And this is how we're going to do this. I'm going to thin slice the bases. I'm still going to use them. Especially since they got a nice clean bottom to them too. They haven't been hanging around forever. And then we'll do a rough chop on these. Lots of oil in our mushroom pan here, because they're going to soak up a lot of that oil. Mushrooms love oil. They eat oil. Yeah, walnuts aren't hugely... I think I started saying this before, but walnuts are not hugely high up on my list either. They, rather almost flowery tasting to me. They're not very... Yeah. It's like desiring to have a mouthful of sawdust. It's warming up nicely and quickly. On the edge of smokiness there. We'll start in with our small scraps. Bit of salt. And we're going for color here. We're not going to try and overcrowd the pan. We're not going to try and we are starting to get a little bit of color there. Maybe should have started with tongs for this. You got 2 spoons dirty now though, but you can use this one for the cream sauce too, I guess. Okay, I got Small guy is cooked up there. Add a little bit more oil. Give the pan another moment to finish heating that new cold oil up, as well as getting back to full heat from sauteing those. We'll add in our chunks of mushroom. Pan temperature is even higher here with all the mushroom that we're throwing in there. Still trying to get a lot of color out of this, but I fear with even this amount of mushroom, there's going to be too much moisture loss. Bit of salt. Still haven't touched them since they went in the pan. Not moving them at all right now. Just allowing them to continue to cook. Trying to get some color. Trying to get some color. I really need to... Can I do... How does this look if I do this? Yeah, that doesn't cut into the screen too much. And I can stand back here without being cut out of the photo. Might as well get our butter out and flour going here for our cream sauce after this. Also need our milk out.
Coffee.
Actually, I'm realizing we can get going with our onions here too, because we're going to need our onions for both of these. Got these beauties from the farmer's market on Friday. So what I'm going to do is top both of them. We're going to use one of them for caramelized onions. This one we're going to save for later. And these we're going to cut and saute and throw in with our cream sauce. So we'll start by getting ourselves some onions to caramelize here. In 11 minutes, get your units on the battlefield. Actually want a little shorter than that. Oh, this smells like a perfect burger onion. It's got that perfect I don't even know how to properly state it, but that just onioness that you want for a burger. These still slices? Yeah. Okay. As long as they're still rings and they're not solid halves. Might end up using both of these onions, but we'll see what we get out of this one. This will probably be enough here just for a little bit of liquid here. A little bit of sauce. Which, you may be confused how I'm going to turn sauteed onions and mushrooms into a sauce. You shall see. You see those mushrooms just basically, I mean there's oil in the pan still, but those mushrooms still just basically absorbed that oil, or a massive majority of it. Okay, onions in the pan. Those going to be sauteing for a bit there. Make sure you're all nice and happy. Happy. Smells amazing in here right now. Like I said, these onions smell amazing. So we got heat on across the way here now for our cream sauce and cream and onion sauce. Save the greens for later. We're doing the harder whites or interiors for the sauce to start with. We'll throw the greens in at the end just for a little color. Hey, create mode. Welcome in. What were we streaming tonight? Doing artwork, playing some games, sailing the seas, forgetting what games I've seen you playing in the past. Save all that for later. Welcome in, Blue Moon. I am doing lovely today, Blue Moon. And actually, I just went through in the last 24 hours and added a 2-second delay to everyone's welcome message. Well, vast majority of everyone. Actually, took me quite a bit of time to do that, but it was not the only thing I was doing while I was doing that. Added a couple of new names, not a whole lot of new names to the list. Seems my discovery has greatly decreased in the last, 3 months or so. I'm not going out and finding new peoples. Okay, so we're gonna add our butter, start our roux here with our aluminum pan over here. Be back one moment. Turn the heat way down low. Add our milk in. Quite a bit. All at once. Milk away. The flour away. And continue stirring this a bit. Allow it to sort of dissolve and break down into that lovely milk. Sort of tempted to do a whisk here. It'll whisk in just to make sure and try and break up all those flour clumps as that heats up to a boil once again. You did meatball. Did you? You read it as a meatball. Now, why would I have ever written it that way? Especially considering that Twitch considered that message indecent. So on the top, for anyone just joining in, on the top we got tomato and garlic just simmering away. We're going to add some basil to that to finish that off. We got caramelized onions here that are going to go with the mushrooms here that I sauteed previously and are on the board. And over here we have the beginnings of a bechamel with a bunch of green onion in it that we're going to simmer for a bit and then thicken at the end, finish thickening at the end, and add in a bunch of Parmesan. Already thickening it a little bit here with the roux that we're going to have to cook out over the next 20 minutes or so. Are we getting to that point where we can start working our meatballs yet, or? Sort of misspoke at the very beginning. I said I was going to do the pasta before the meatballs. We're going to form the meatballs and allow the meatballs to rest. Then we're going to do our pasta. You still have a flame under you? Yes, we do. I'm going to turn that up slightly. Ooh, you need some stirring. You're thickening up already. Coming back to a boil, so the flour is starting to thicken up. Nice, Blue Moon. Yeah, let's find some that are roughly the same size here. I hear you back there, cream sauce. I know you need stirring. Yep, it's the cream sauce too. Can add about a cup of water here. Because it's getting a little thick. It's about the thick as I want it for finishing, but it's a little thin, or a little thick to be simmering. And since we have it, we got our Parmesan rind from previous use, so we'll throw that in there too. Just allow that to simmer in there with all that, give it some Parmesan flavor. I don't think I need the rest of this really. We're just doing the rest of that for the sauce. We're going to give that a little bit more of a chop up than that. That was just our first pass. Okay. So our garnisher, our cream sauce is done. Our mushrooms and caramelized onions are going along here. Not getting much color here on these onions yet, but we will by the time we're done with them. This is sort of getting a coating on the bottom of the pan where it's thickening up in a thin layer, and so I'm having to essentially clean the bottom by washing a bunch of liquid over it so that it actually all comes loose, redissolves. Or maybe cooking this a bit too hot still. Okay. We'll allow that to hang out. We're going to put this in a bowl, set aside for a little bit. Soft shell That is absolutely not what I was thinking. Ooh, I do love me some soft shell crab, though. I wished I lived somewhere that had some nice soft shells. I don't know, maybe do they have Dungeness soft shells? I've never really noticed them. I mean, I know it's sort of like a, it's the time of year for them to molt. But, so they should be able to, but I've never really noticed it. Oh, we got a battle ready to run here, too. Apologize for missing that. Inch be getting those chests right off the bat. Trying to outrun the range there. And survived it all. Wow, Entropy. Wow. Victory. Entropy getting it all. And the reward, too. See how we do here in 30 minutes. Wow, so you boiling up again already? Yeah, we definitely need to turn this down. Truth is, I've already turned it down a couple of times here. It's just cooking on my hottest burner, so it's a little bit of a hard to do. Not much of a range to choose from there. It's blasting or off sort of a thing. Okay. I think it's time to do some meat work. Let's take our garnishes off of the table here for the moment. Or off the cutting board. So we have approximately a pound of each of these here. Little salt. Giving up. That's a roughie. It's probably something Italian. I think I'm going to leave it just there, I think. With those, with the spices. So we got salt, MSG, pepper, and a little bit of garlic. Add some standard breadcrumbs. Sauce is simmering a little too hot for me still. One egg in each of these. Just cracking it into a separate bowl. Make it easy to remove any shells if there may be. Go meaty. Gonna have to look that one up. It's a type of pasta. There we go. Lazy bubble on our cream sauce now. That's what we want there. Onions are looking like they're getting a bit too dry. We're going to have to add liquid to those. And these we're just going to give a quick little mash up to, mostly to try and incorporate that egg. Don't want to work your meat too much, because more you ruin that grind texture. I mean, if you're doing a multi-meat meatball, like you're doing I've done meatballs that are a combination of pork and beef and things like that in the past. I mean, you don't even want to mix them. You want to be able to tell that there's more than one type of meat in them, is how little you want to mix them. I don't know, Blue Moon. Fan of carpaccio? Yep, we're going to have to add some more moisture to cook these onions to get our proper coloring on them. Just so happen to have some chicken stock hanging out here. So we'll just add chicken stock in here little bit by little bit, allow it to reduce down with those onions, and it will keep them moisturized while continuing to break the fiberiness down of this particular onion down. And what I was saying before, this is a perfect burger onion. It's not the perfect caramelizing onion because it's got a bit too much fiber to it. It's got a little bit too much oomph to it that we got to break down. It's not just easily breaking down to sugar. Looking good there. Looking good back there. It's still nice and warm and steamy. Just need to keep those tomatoes cooking. Debating how I want to set these up to begin with. I think we're going to do sheet pan to start, allow them to rest. And maybe we'll roll them in a little bit of breadcrumb when we ball them up, after we're done balling them up. And we're trying to get 9 out of this, basically. I wonder if I can cheat that way. Let's see if we can cheat. If we can get more than 9, I'll be happy. I just wanted to get at least 9. Might be stretching it to make 9 here right now. We're a third of the way there. Over a third of the way now, but looking at it after a third done, I think that was more than a third. I think we'll be able to get 9. Now that we've got 6. Talk about wishy-washy, flippy-floppy. Are we going to do it? Are we not going to do it? I didn't get to watch it myself, but anyone get to watch anyone watch the Indy 500? How many do I have? Well, we've got 3 meats. I'm hoping to make 9 of them each. Be 27-ish for those that can do math. Unlike myself, I'm not very good with math. Oh, how many did I make out of that first batch? I made 9 out of that first batch. I had part of one. I guess you can't see very easily here. Nicely counted out on the board here. So the first 3 rows there are 3 are the lamb, or the beef. No, the lamb. We're now on number 6 for our pork. Pork balls. I don't know if he's still around, especially after last year, but there was actually a guy who ran a food truck in the county here, food trailer, that did nothing but meatballs, meatball sandwiches, meatball subs, well, meatball dishes. Named his business Got Balls. Thus concludes our pork balls. We're gonna mix the last of the meat of these into, see if we can't make a couple more out of the last of them. Now for the beef. Time for the beef. I've also never coated my meatballs in this is a new tactic for me here. We'll see how this works out tonight. I'm normally not a big fan of adding a ton of breadcrumbs into my meatballs and things like that, but I also often have veggies or something else that I'll throw in them. We're not doing that tonight. We got the mushrooms going on the stove. Normally I would throw some mushrooms in there. Mushrooms are actually really great for imitating that sort of more gristly fat that you have in beef. Or not that gristly beef sounds bad, but I mean the more toothsome parts to beef. Hopefully I can fit these all in one tray. Don't know if we're going to be able to. Pretty good here with our breadcrumbs too. We're going to be pretty much right on for what we needed for everything. I mean, I threw it in the meatballs and we're coating them with it. Might be cutting it close on the mixed meat meatballs. Alright, we got our meatballs made. Meatballs made. Hey everyone, take a look at my balls. Don't they look tasty? How do you think it makes me feel? We're going to need to use all of our burners tonight. I thought I had a little bit leftover oil, I guess. Oh, I do. Good. Using leftover fry oil for this project. Swap spots here. Battle already. See how we do. This one looks like it could be a quick one. 8 versus 14. Alright, even battle. They don't stand a chance. Victory. And should be getting those kills. And that 20 gold. Ooh, we go bottom or top route here. Bronze, silver, gold. Bronze, silver, silver. Gold. Let's do the bottom route. Let's get the map over and do another one. See how we do in 30 minutes. And back to stove, zoom. Actually, let's do whole stove. We have heat under here. How high we are? We're not very high yet. Need to get that oil a little bit warmer now. We're waiting on oil again. I have a feeling you don't have heat back here. Nope, you don't. I think we need some more heat for our onions. Those tomatoes back there better be still happy. They're just steaming away there. So we're going to start by searing the almond balls, and then we're going to put them in the oven and allow them to just hang out in the oven for a while we do everything else. And actually, I don't know if I even want to get into doing that first or if I want to make my pasta first. I think I want to make my pasta first before we get into finishing the balls off. I think we're going to have to hold off on searing the balls. Let's make some pasta. Do I have one of these that's open already? I can never remember my ratios. you for that resub, Nan Reader. Welcome in. How are you this evening? Getting our egg pasta going here. We got all sorts of stuff going on the stovetop now. Working on getting some color into these onions. We're slowly cooking them. Good to hear. Need a return of our egg dish here for mixing our eggs into our pasta. Healthy pinch of salt. Now come here, shell. I hear you, onions. You need more moisture again. All that, and I turned the heat up on you, so you're complaining a bit more. I think we're going to turn the heat back down again. But we're going to add a little more chicken stock in there too. Little egg whipping time here with our fork. Just break that up a little bit. See what we got here. Give this a little kneading action. See if we need to add any more. I'm on the fence here of adding a whole nother egg into this. Very tight dough here tonight. Even with an added egg. This semolina just ain't playing games tonight. Seems to be kneading okay though. Just really, really tight dough. Just doesn't want to move. It's combining though. It's actually pretty smooth already too, which is sort of shocking. Hopefully it'll loosen up a little bit here. Okay. We're going to allow that to rest. Chill out for 20, 30 minutes. Well, we're going to allow that to hang out and rest until we're done searing our balls. The bummer about callous skin, you start getting into kneading and working with things, is it starts getting hard to tell if you still have flour on your hand or if that's your actual moisturized but callous skin. That all feels rough in there. How's everything looking back here else on the stove? Everything else in the stove is looking lovely here. We got our cream sauce or bechamel with onion and Parmesan rind just hanging out back here. Looking lovely, waiting for some Parmesan. Tomatoes are bubbling nice. Let's make sure and give them a stir, make sure we don't got anything sticking there. Highly doubt we do though. So I'm going to sear the balls and then put them into my other pan here This is a little bit shallower than the one that I'm frying in. Hopefully they'll all fit in there once they've been cooked, or at least seared. We'll finish them in the oven. We gotta get to our pasta before that. We're just gonna sear them and allow them to hang out afterward. We'll finish them in the oven when we're doing our boiling pasta. Let's put eggs away. Let's put our other eggs away. Wait, did you miss it? It didn't work. What happened there? Timed out on you, must have. Talking like Yoda, I will. We done with our coffee yet here? Yes, we are. Time to pour some vino. Some vino. How's our oil looking back here? We don't get this, not this getting too far ahead of us here. Already in the 300s. Got only a thin layer of oil in there. That's only maybe a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch thick. Got a screw top for our wine tonight, which is always a great indicator of something that's not intended to age. Nice pink salmon almost color to that rosé. Having flashbacks to rosé Rieslings here and smell. Not on flavor though. Wow. That is like white, acidic white peach. I mean, it's hairy skin and all. It's I expect to be hit with this like rush of flavor, and it's just like on the attack, it's like as dull as you could ever think of a wine ever being. And then it just sort of floods your mouth with this. Well, I'm talking the same sort of flavor you get off of that, that like almost like flowery, like effect to the taste. But it's like straight up white peach. It's making my mouth water. And it's got a little bit of that like it's not tannins to me, but it's exactly like I tried to explain it there. It's sort of like the same sort of like hairy outside peach sort of dryness effect. sort of strange. The lamb is almost looking a little paler than the beef to me. I typically think of lamb being a little bit darker red, being a little bit more, perhaps, irony than your typical beef, but they're about dead on, or maybe the beef slightly redder. Because, I mean, these are our lamb over here, and these are our beef. I mean, they're both definitely red. They both definitely got some color to them. Ooh, hummingbirds have found the feeders have been refilled. I refilled the feeders on Friday, and they're busy fighting over them already. They're looking a little more caramelized on camera than they are in person. They could use a little bit more color than me. They're looking good on camera, though. You almost had it there with that first one. There we're finally getting some of the color that I'm looking for. Yep, those gigantic mushrooms that vegans seem to love. I don't know why people love portobello mushrooms. They don't, as far as mushroom flavor, they're not my favorite. Which is why I'm not using them tonight. I mean, they're pricey too. Hula. A lot of people stuff them. A lot of people use them grilled. Just about every banquet place I've worked in my life will toss them with soy sauce, olive oil, and balsamic, and then roast the crap out of them. Yeah, it's really that they're big and they're meaty too. They have some thickness to them. Let's do our battle while those continue cooking here. Quick win. Victory. Victory. Quiet J getting those kills and assists and the reward. Congrats, congrats. Yeah, Blue Moon. It's probably a good guess there. So we're going to pull these off now. Our sort of meatballs. Packed a couple more in there that's this time, which means it'll take longer to cook. It's definitely a size and a texture thing with portobellos, but they also have a distinctive flavor. I just don't dig the flavor myself. Oh, the oil, it's foaming on me. It's going to be the last time I'm using this oil. The oil I used for the wings and pickles the other night was the last of that oil, too. Need to get some new fry oil in the house. The even more amazing thing about Portobello's is they like develop the market for them too, I think. Because you have creminis, which are like button mushrooms, but they're brown versions. They are literally the same thing as Portobello's, like a couple hours ahead of time. And so they had to create creminis as a product that they can sell in order to sell the Portobello's, because you have to thin the crop in order to make room for those big, huge Portobello mushrooms in a farming op. That one needs to cook on that side. We have a fissure forming. We need it to cook close. Turn the oven on here. 350 or so. Thank you, Tone. Welcome in. Yep, we're having some fun with meatballs tonight. We're making 3 different types of meatballs. We got lamb and pork in the pan right now, and we got some beef over here on the counter. We got a couple mixed ones at the end. We're going to do some fresh pasta. I made some dough up. We got some green onion and mushroom. The other pans here on the stove, we've got a green onion bechamel sauce in the background here. So we're going to add some, we got a Parmesan rind in. We're going to add some more Parmesan into that later. We got some caramelized onions that are going to go with those mushrooms on the cutting board. We got a tomato basil Well, we got a tomato and garlic sauce that's going right now that we're gonna throw some fresh basil in. I have not done a lot with venison. Certainly a hunter's meat. I wish I had more availability to it, to be honest. These are our last two of our lamb here. The rest of these are our first of our pork. That one there is falling apart a little bit. Worried these aren't going to fit in my pan that I want to fit them in. They're taking up too much room. I don't got enough room for my beef left. I'm packing these all in. Another one here. Be all close up on what we've got going there. Yeah, Tone, I live in Sonoma County, Northern California. Don't have a ton of, that I know of, deer hunting going on around here. We certainly have lots of animals being raised, and I do see deer actually being used as pets around here. People actually keep them in their backyards. But as to the availability of venison as a meat, I don't see that around here very much. Much more available in the Midwest where I grew up. So that's one pork and all of our beef in there. Oh, I have family all over the Midwest. Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, I think. If I haven't lived there, I've driven there. Zoom in on our foamy oil there. Definitely the last time this oil is getting used. Yeah, it was a hot one today. It was supposed to be almost 90 out there today. They were talking like, it was going to be peak of summer heat. It's the first real hot day sort of a thing, and so all the news media is like acting like it's the end of the world. nice, Tone. Yeah, I didn't spend much time outside. I did go over to the supermarket around 2-ish, which 4.5 hours ago, and park was full of people just hanging out, and I passed on the way. I suspect a lot of the color we're getting right now is because of the oil and less because we're doing such a good job of cooking this meat right now. That one all the way over on the right of it is looking like it's falling apart, and it's quite well together from my perspective. Looks entirely different on that camera though. Yeah, these aren't all fitting into this. Boo. We've got to start stacking now. Let's add our last 3 into the pan now. These are our mixed meat meatballs. I might just put these all on the sheet pan since they're not going to work. In that other pan. Turn that heat down a bit there while I move all these over here. So that's our beef. This is our pork. And lamb. But speaking of meat, you were asking about venison. I don't know if you're still lurking around or not, but I am actually getting a quarter steer here in a little less than a month. Hopefully, about a month. And I have previously, last summer, around this time actually last summer, I broke down a whole pig here on stream, minus head and offal. I bought 2 halves. Got a nice big chest freezer here between the camera and me. Stream every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Fridays and Sundays we sure do fun, cool things that are either in season, or I look at the national holidays, or I find cool things at the farmers markets. And Wednesdays we do ingredient challenges. We have currently going in the Discord a vote going on between... Oh, show up, Discord. Why don't you want to show up, Discord? There we go, Discord. We have Wednesday dinner vote going on here in the Discord, where this week we have Chips Ahoy cookies battling against ginger ale soda, and whichever ingredient wins this vote, I will have to use to make dinner and dessert on Wednesday. So that will be Wednesday's night. We've been doing many of these in the past, many past ingredients that we've done on Wednesdays. Lots of fun. I've greatly enjoyed this. It's pushed my boundaries. It's allowed me to try some cool things that I never really got myself to go and do on my own. So you'll be welcome to make your own suggestions if you join into the Discord. We have the suggestions channel. The ones with the most votes from here move on to the main vote. And this will be wrapped up when I choose it tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. We'll close it on Monday at some point. Anyone else new into the Discord also, we got our general chat. I talk up Formula One with Obe and a couple others that stop in there. And we got all of our lovely community stuff going on too, always. But that's that. Let's go back to staring at those beautiful meatballs. Let's pull off these last 3 mixed meat. There are those. Turn that heat off on that oil. And I think I'm going to actually use this pan. Welcome, Blue Moon. Should be able to see the Discord now there, Blue Moon. I'll give you a proper greeting after the stream. Okay. Pasta time. But I'm going to take this and put this over here. And we're going to move the oil entirely off of here. Completely out of the way, so I'm not worried about that causing burns to anything else. Completely out of the way. And we're going to need pasta water, boiling water. Tomato is still bubbling away there. We got our cream sauce still cooking away, continuing to thicken and get all the good green onion flavor there. We got our caramelized onions looking nice and tasty now. Not quite there though, so we're going to give that another hit of chicken stock and allow those to cook down a bit more. Filling up our pot here with water for our pasta. Get our pasta machine out so I can roll up some pasta dough. Pull out the pasta queen. Okay. Almost there with our water. No, I don't want to leave the starter on. There we go. Okay, pasta dough. Already pre-made here on stream. Using semolina and 6 eggs. We're gonna flatten this out a bit, make it roller thickness here. Huh. Camera's skewed. How'd you move? You're supposed to be over there like that a little bit more. There. Now you can at least see that roller over there. Okay. Lower this down to our widest, well, open this up to our widest thickness. Making noise because we're rolling a bit thick for the rollers, but it's going. Not going to have to fold this one as much as previous batches, but this is still going to have to be folded once it finally gets through. Squeeze, squeeze. There we go. And this is definitely going to have to be folded again, but I'm going to go thinner on it this time before I fold it again. Battle! To battle! Quick victory. No problem there. Victory. Entropy getting the kills. Entropy and Meat Peeman getting the rewards. We'll start there. It is getting hot in here. I'm going to have to open a window or start some other fans here. It's a little almost 90-degree temperatures in. Actually, it's only 75 and it feels cool. Pasta dough is looking and feeling pretty good here. I think I'm going to give it one more fold run before we start scaling down in thickness. Give that one more run through at the same thickness, just to make sure that everything's a little relaxed. Now we'll start thinning it out a bit here. Down in thickness once again. Probably going to have to cut it in half after this. Just to make it manageable. Sorry for the squeaks. Looking quite lovely there. But yes, we're going to have to cut this into two at this point. This is going to be our final reduction in size here. We're down to number 6 of number 7. Not going the full 7. Full 7's like for paper thin lasagna and stuff like that. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Even up. There we go, pasta. It still might have been a little thin. I might want to fold this over and do this again. Yeah. It seems to be doing okay. Cut these down to an appropriate width or length. Hoping they're not going to stick to each other too much here. That I can overlap them a little bit. Then we're going to run these through the linguine size cutter here. It's not, I'm not sure if it's actually a linguine, but it reminds me about the same thickness and width of a linguine, maybe slightly narrower. Okay. I need more space again. Running out of room for tonight's dinner. We're using everything tonight. So here's our not linguine thickness and width. Oh, it's because I don't know the exact size of this cutter, and it matters in pasta world. And my assumption that this is probably not exactly a linguine size cutter. And if it's not exactly a linguine size cutter, I've probably gone too thin for a linguine. But it's essentially linguine, and you would get a similar product if you were to go and buy linguine. Oh, come on, I want to be difficult. Try cutting you from this side. No problem from that side. Well, it's a little uneven, but it worked itself out anyways. I just realized one of my neighbors is out of town, so I'm probably only annoying one of them right now. I'm joking. I don't think either of them can really hear me. They may be able to hear me with the window open, but generally can't really hear me in here, I don't think. How do you know? I could be the most annoying neighbor on earth. I'm not, but I could be. And there's our pasta for tonight. Okay, time to put our balls in the oven. We'll start a 30-minute timer on those. Water isn't quite boiling yet. Let's finish up our sauces while we're here, though. I think we're done with our caramelizing action for our onions. I think we got the color that we're going to get out of these. These are not the best caramelizing onions. Gonna add our mushrooms back into that party that we sauteed up early on here in the stream. Add a bit more chicken stock to this party. And we're going to thicken that with some starch once we get that up to a boil, which will not take long. Trying to be difficult. Yeah, I worry about making noise, but I'm mostly worried about trying to avoid the clangs and bangs that bother anyone wearing headphones right now. I don't 100% succeed at that, and I don't 100% try to get rid of all of it because it is a kitchen. But I do try and understand my target market is probably in the middle of a gun battle and trying to listen for someone in hallway in Tarkov. Cornstarch and cold water. Cold water. You want the coldest water you can get out of your faucet or take it straight from the refrigerator. Make an oobleck. I need some water to drink too, so kill two birds with one stone here. Come on, dissolve. Turn to liquid oobleck. There we go. Let's see, hopefully our onion mixture is lightly boiling over here. Our onion and chicken stock mixture. I think that's probably enough from the color. Gonna have to wait for that to come back up to a boil though. We're gonna throw a little thyme in there as well with our mushrooms and onions. Gonna, oops, wrong one. Take a couple of stems and just pull the leaves off of them. Not being very cooperative with me here today. The leaves don't want to come off these stems tonight. Nice and fresh. They're not dried out and falling off. Call that good there. Just a light little bit of, just a little bit. Yeah, we could have used a little bit more time here. A little more time. little Worcestershire in there to hopefully darken things up a little bit. Give us a little bit more umami depth there to our mushrooms and onions and thyme. And chicken stock. Still waiting on our water to really come to a boil here. It's our major obstacle at this point. I'm going to thin out the cream sauce with a little bit more milk. We're going to start working on our Parmesan there. Oh, noes! We got to cut off some of our Parmesan. It's been sitting in the fridge too long. Ooh. That is the legal method for handling mold on cheese, for anyone unfamiliar. All done. Safe to use now. I don't see any other than where the label was on that. Where it was in the dark. We'll add a bunch of Parmesan into our cream sauce back here now. There, we got a little Parmesan in there now. Let's chop some basil. Need a bag for that Parmesan now. Now there is a scramble. How many A's are in that? 4, 5? Wowza. Now that's a scramble. Put the thyme away. We're done with the thyme now. Wowza. I'm interested to see what that word is. Battle. To battle. Cheers. Oh. It's like we got this no problem. Just got those last two to pick off. I think the Ranger are going to get that before anyone else. Yeah. Victory. Victory. Red Nut getting those kills. Lacapelli getting the assists. Entropy and Red Nut getting those scrolls. Congrats. Off to the boss. Off to the boss level. I think we need to go right there. We're gonna do a little of this action. And I'm gonna put a damage spell down here instead of my normal haste. Let's take a look, see if we got any upgrades or anything while we've been playing here. Nothing new there. Ooh, we got a quest to claim. Was it Barbarian I need? No, it's not Barbarian I need. I need Berserker. Dope. Wait. It double did it on me and took it away from me before. Aww. Wasted my gold. Okay. Is our water boiling yet? How's that water not boiling yet? Okay. Basil. I was sort of sad this was the only basil I could find on last notice. Considering it's probably growing around here. Probably available. Didn't see it at the farmer's market. And this is all I found at the supermarket. Sort of sad. It's going to be almost perfect amount here for sauce though, so that works out at least. Then we go this way with these. This is the best way to cut any large leaf, especially basil. Basil works great this way. We're just going to sandwich all the individual leaves sorted together. You sort of want to put the little ones in the middle. And cover them up with a couple of larger ones towards the end. Then we're going to take this and roll this like it's a burrito. So we got a rolled, very tightly packed set of basil leaves here, and we can then make our julienne cuts. And you're actually cutting it this way, so you're not bruising it as much. But I don't want that stringy mess in my sauce like that, so we're going to give that a second chop here. There's our basil. Sprinkles are for giveaways. When we get to 750 viewers, I'll do a $25 Amazon gift card. We'll do another one at 1,000. Essentially, channel points are great. I love that Twitch created channel points, but they're still buffered or enhanced by, you get more channel points by subscribing, you get more channel points by spending money, you know, donating or bits or anything like that. And since I want to do giveaways and do proper giveaways, there are states, at least here in the US, that would be frowned upon. So, because that's technically pay to play. And so, my sprinkles are completely free, as I see it. And so, yeah. So we get to 750 viewers, and the stream after I hit 750. So not the same stream, but the next one. So I can announce it on Twitter. Everyone can know to show up. That next one will have the raffle in the stream. Same thing for 1,000. I haven't decided what the increment is going to be past that. But yeah, exactly. Just giving everyone an equal chance. And it really only being bonused by being interactive in chat or just being here in chat. I'm going to cut the heat on our Parmesan onion sauce back here and add the green onions in there. So these green onions we chopped up way earlier. They're not really green onions. If you buy green onions in a store, you're not going to get ones like these. These are the tops off of a spring onion. A little bit more fibery. That's why they're all finely chopped up. Ooh, it looks like we're finally to a boil here. Let's see if they've got any salt that I need to get rid of here. Just fine. Yep. Fine salt. Get rid of the fine salt that I never use. Split our noodles here into about 3 sections here, and I'll do 1/3 of them with my dinner for tonight. Did you miss the scramble again? What happened there? Oh. You can type it now. Very rarely. Very rarely. I sort of misspoke when I said that. I prefer fine salt for putting on fried foods. I think kosher salt bounces off of fried foods too much. And I'll use fine salt on the table for service. But for cooking, basically no. Hey, Trigger. Welcome in. Add our first batch of pasta to the pan. To the pot. Quickly cover that back up. Throw our basil in our tomato sauce here. And I'm going to doctor that up a bit more. We're going to add a little dried oregano. I didn't do it, I swear. And some dried basil. Going pretty good tonight, Trigger. How you doing? You can hear the hummingbirds talking too. This is probably already done here. Let's see what we got here. Nice fresh pasta in a hot boiling water. Timer on our meatballs. Bowl with butter. Careful, throw that back in there so it doesn't splash all over again. Give our pasta a toss with the butter. Careful not to knock over our wine glass while doing so. Pinch of fresh salt on our fresh cooked noodles. And it is plating time. We got our lovely meatballs after being fried and then baked. Everything off on the stove. Let's add ourselves 3 stars from each of the meatballs. 3 lamb in the center, surrounded by 3 pork. And this is going to be a bit much. Let's do 2, 2, and 2. Now for sauces. Meatballs 3 ways. There you have it, folks. You need to get that little bit of cream sauce off of there. Let's add a little Parmesan hit to the center here. Welcome, Suki. Welcome, Maz. For those just joining in here for the finish here, for the grand finale, we have on the stove our lovely meatballs. We made beef, we made pork, we made lamb, we got 3 combo ones on the side here. We did a onion top and Parmesan bechamel here. We've got classic garlic, tomato, basil in the back. And we've got caramelized onion and mushroom with chicken stock that's been thickened. Along with a beautiful rosé tonight. Not overly exciting rosé, but it'd be good drinking. It'd be a good boat wine. Again, I didn't do it. I don't know why they're after me. We'll close the door there. Can't turn that one much, angle that one much more. Worried about that spaghetti falling. That is dinner tonight. Hey, Dinner with Mom. Welcome, man. How you been? Let's see here. We got 7 minutes to our next battle. I don't know if we're going to make it there. Don't know if we're going to make it there. But we can definitely take a moment here and take some photos before I completely forget. Ooh, that's not something I wanted on camera. Hopefully that didn't... it wasn't on camera. Awesome. So let's see who we can give a raid to here tonight. I think I already refreshed that once. Oh well. We'll just wait here another moment for that to refresh again. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, thoughts on tonight's dinner, ways it could have been better, ways it could have been worse. Taking a look at what we got here. We got all sorts of people out here tonight. Okay, let's see here. We got... Let's hang out here for the last 4 minutes here. I'm going to enjoy my meal a little bit here. But let's finish this last Stream Raiders here. Give everyone a chance to take a look at these meatballs. Make sure they realize that they're fully cooked. And apparently got the pork with the tomato sauce here. That's a yummy. We got, I'm guessing this is the lamb with the onion parmesan cream sauce. Maybe a little dry on that, maybe a little overdone on those. Onions and mushrooms are a winner. How are they ever not, though? Our salted buttered pasta with the little bit of cream sauce going on there. I think I like the onion and the mushroom the best. I mean, it's the simplest sort of... Got all sorts of depth to it, but it's really just onion and mushroom. Got all that chicken stock. But I think I like the pork with it better. I think the pork would have been the best combo there. I sort of wish I had gone with the beef with the tomato. It's not bad with the pork, obviously. I just think it would have been better with the beef. That has livened up the wine a bit. Got a bit more punch there at the front. Pour myself another glass of that for later on. You can sort of tell by the fact that I haven't, like, pounded through this wine tonight. I'm only about, even with just refilling my glass there, I'm only about halfway through. That last wine that I had from Oliver's, I just went through that. And I wasn't even thinking that was like a gorgeous, it was just drinkable. It was just... boom. This I'm taking breaks from. This I'm not so eager to return back to it. Oh wow, the smell just opened up with the food too. It's still just not very impressive. It's not very... There's nothing like, ooh, this is what I love in this wine. It's wine, it's drinkable, but it's sort of meh. At the same time, there's nothing, absolutely nothing about it making me dislike that wine. there are wines that I taste that I'll drink, but have things that I don't exactly love about them. There's absolutely nothing offensive about this wine. It's just not exciting me either. Final battle of the evening here. Uh-oh. That's not looking good. I'm dead already. We got nothing but range left. I think we're down to nothing but ranged against the king. This could be deadly. This could be bad. Woohoo! Victory. Hard-fought victory there. We lost, what, like half of our people there? That was a rough one. Red Nut getting those kills. King Katera helping out with the assists. Red Nut and Head Mama Bear. Welcome in, Head Mama Bear. Getting the scrolls. Boss defeated. And we'll start on with this map here. Starting on Wednesday, when we do the Discord battle dinner ingredient challenge. Either gonna be, it's looking like it's gonna be ginger ale, but unless like 5 of you come in and flip that overnight here. Oh, let's see here. Who are we gonna pass the party off to? He's already been going for 4 hours. He's probably wrapping up. Thank you, Dinner with Mom. I think we're gonna go hang out. I'm trying not to send you off. There's a bunch of people doing charities, and I love charities, but I feel like when I pass you guys off to a charity, I'm asking you all to join in with that, which is... So I'm sort of trying to avoid that tonight. Let's see here. That looks like a winner, and she's just starting up here. Let's go say hi to her. Hopefully she isn't making all sorts of noise in your channel right now. Oh, come on. Oh, she's not... Guess it's a good thing I didn't send you there, because she's not streaming anymore. Oh, man, I've refreshed this page like 5 times. Why is it still giving me people that aren't streaming? Okay, let's go watch some Asian fusion tacos. I'm gonna send you off to hang out here with Infectious Karma. Lovely Team Bone-In streamer. As I said before, he's doing tacos tonight. Greatly appreciate you all joining me here tonight. Thank you all for joining in. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of these meatballs. I'm going to be enjoying these meatballs until next Wednesday, when we're probably using ginger ale to cook with dinner. Could be, what was the competition? Could have been Chippets Ahoy. Don't think it's going to win the battle at this point. Think it's going to be ginger ale. Also got some lovely things coming up next Friday and Sunday. Hope you come back to join me. Thank you. I hope you all have a great evening. Say hi to Infectious Karma for me. Bye-bye.